calling about your van today in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota.
Yes, ma'am. What do you have?
I have Menominee, Wisconsin to Osville, Kentucky.
Okay. And when is it delivering? When is it delivering?
6 today at 1 o'clock. Delivers must be 8 to 2. First come, first serve.
Okay. What is your MC?
We're BNSF Logistics.
May I have your MC number?
Yes, okay. It's 439-484.
439-484. Oh, BNSF. Okay. May I have the zip code for the pickup, hon?
Yep, 54751.
And delivery zip code?
42348.
Okay. What is the commodity?
42,000 pounds. It's going to be for 3M Company, so it's palletized household goods. And she wants to pay $23 on it.
$2,300.
Yep.
And we are picking up at 1 o'clock today?
Yep, 1 o'clock today, and then deliver 8 to first come, first serve Monday.
Okay. Well, 21 sounds good, but I have to be at around 25.50, hun. He's empty, ready to go. We are set up with you. So would you like to take the offer?
Okay, you said 25.50?
25.50.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you can just get down to, she said 24.75.
No, honey, 25.50 would be my lowest. I'm sorry. The market is thrown there and I received the phone calls already. So you want to put my offer and call me back?
She said let's just do it, okay?
She said just to do it?
Yep. Let's see real quick. What's your, are you guys 119?
Yes,
0239?
yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's us.
All right. 25.50. All right. Silk Road America Inc. at gmail.com.
Yes.
Perfect.
Well, guys, sorry that I started live and people start calling me right away. So today we have some topic, but of course it's Friday. I'm still dispatching. So let's look at this load that she called me. I just posted the truck. I received few phone calls, but I was ready to go live, so I did not answer. So we are booking the load on Friday, right? I know that a driver has 17 hours before he has to do a restart. He lives in Chicago. He's empty in Minnesota right now, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, right? What are my choices? Or I can take a short load and unload tomorrow, or short load till Monday, or I can take this load 25.50 for 700 miles, right? And go through Chicago, do a restart, and then keep going, right? Getting this money. So let's see. We're gonna answer a few phone calls so we can combine. He can go pick up at 1 o'clock on the way, get to Chicago tonight, go home, do his restart. So let's look how his week was running, right? So I posted all the cities, right? Let me just show you. So here in West Branch, so we picked this up. So we're talking about Friday till this Friday and till Monday. So we're gonna be talking about 10 days. Okay. So we pick up in West Branch last Saturday. So we're talking about actually Saturday till Monday. So we're talking about 9 days, 9 days transit. Sorry. And we pick up in West Branch. Look at this. We went to Wilmer, Texas, $3,400. So start adding, guys. $3,400. On this load was booked on Friday. I do believe I was going live. I had a class for IFTA on Sunday. Well, I booked the load on the GB Hunt load board when actually I was looking at it, and I booked it on Saturday night because it was making sense. So we picked up in Lancaster, Texas, and delivered next day and Lee Summit. Always open details, right? So Saturday to Monday early morning, 3 o'clock delivery, 830 miles. Is that possible transit? Yes, it is possible transit, right? So he got loaded. He delivered on Monday early, $3,400. Then he picked up in Wilmer. Look at this, only 5 miles away. Guys, I do not believe in deadheads. That's how you're going to be able to make growth for your carrier, right? So we picked up there. We went to Lancaster. This load was booked with a GB Hunt on their load board, $1,734. Dispatch. Dispatch.
Hi, how's it going? This is Dustin from my kid.
Hi, how are you? How can I help?
Hey, good. So, what about the truck you got posted out of Brooklyn, Minnesota?
Yes, sir. What do you have?
2 seconds. 2 seconds. I'm just gonna put this person on hold. All right. So, I got some stuff ready to pick up in St. Paul, and it's gonna be going out to Billings, Montana. It's gonna be a one pick, one stop, live 5 cents.
Well, unfortunately, we do not go to Montana in the winter, sir.
Okay. I mean, even if there's no weather, I can literally send you a weather report showing you the roads and temperature and stuff like that.
Well, that's good, but weather is good today. Tomorrow, by the time we will get there, can you predict the weather for the whole week?
Oh yes, I got a superpower.
You have superpowers? That's good.
Yeah.
And I'm a super dispatcher. I'm making sure that my drivers make money, but they are safe on the road and they are not in the freezing weather. So 2 superpowers are not going to work today, but I appreciate your superpowers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye. Bye. Wow, do you guys see that? He has a superpowers. He wants me to go where? He wants me to go to Billings, Montana. No, my driver is not going to go to Billings, Montana because it's winter. We're not going to be dealing with the chains, even though today is showing that it's not going to be snow or snowstorm. Tomorrow it can change. So by the time we get there, maybe on Monday, do I want to do this? No, my driver is making enough money going south, going home. Why should I send him to East Coast? Why should I send him to West Coast? Doesn't make sense, right? Dispatching has to have logical thing due to weather, due to seasons, due to spot market, due to your negotiations. But let's go back to that map, right? So we can analyze. Okay, so we on Monday we picked up this load, deliver in Lee Summit, Missouri, right? 1734. Light load goes right there. We picked up at the same city across the street. I told you, I eliminate most of the deadheads. That's how your rate per mile is going to go higher. We picked up there, went to Tennessee, 569 miles. Lover, Tennessee, next day, 1850. Nolan Logistics, dry goods, fast loading, fast unloading. We got to work next day. We were empty by 9 o'clock. We picked up, we're talking about Wednesday right now, right? We picked up Wednesday, 70 miles. Look at this, 70 miles going towards where we were going, to Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Look at this. So we have what? We have 826 miles. That's why we are delivering on Friday morning. Although my driver got there yesterday late afternoon, they were still open. He tried to unload, but they were closing, and they're like, no, we work by appointment only, right? So we're talking about 2,700. Now, remember when I started my life, BNSF Logistics called, she told me that we can pick up where? In Menominee, Wisconsin, on a way to go where? To go through Chicago. And we're gonna deliver on Monday in Kentucky, right? So she wanted to pay what? 22.23. We got 25.50. 25.50. So let's calculate from Saturday to Monday our gross hour rate per mile. And he's gonna put restart in Chicago. Dispatch.
Hey, yeah, this is Jared with Total Quality. Just calling real quick about your van in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota.
Yes, sir. What do you have?
Okay, I got to pick up in St. Paul today and deliver in Bronzeville, Illinois, just outside Chicago tomorrow. Before I go over any details, if that's the lane you'd be interested in, 400 miles.
Okay, so it's picking up in St. Paul, Minnesota, and delivering where?
Broadview, Illinois.
Okay. What time is the pickup?
It's ready now, and it's a first come, first serve up until 3 p.m.
And
delivery is tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Okay, and what is the commodity?
30,000 pounds.
Yeah, go ahead.
30,000 pounds of clean palletized plastic. They're called burial vault liners. They're like molds, plastic molds. And then brokers got it up at 1,400.
1,400. Well, if we're gonna do the short load like this, we need to be at 19.
Okay, hold on just a second. Let me reach out to the broker real quick.
Okay. Can you put me on hold and call me back?
Hey, yeah, I'm here actually. I just was able to get a hold of them. The broker's asking if we've got 17 approved to the customer right now. Is there any way you could get that?
Yeah, let me check with my driver and I'll call you right back. What is your extension?
I mean, you can feel free to put me on hold. Right?
Sir, what is your extension?
It is 49440.
And your name?
Jared.
Garrett. Okay, Garrett. I'll call you within a few minutes. Thanks. Well, you know what? I don't check with the drivers. I make my own decision, but this is the easiest way for me to get rid of TQL. TQL is calling me again because we already booked the load, right? So I'm gonna just ignore them. Let's go back to our map. So let's see our map. Okay. So we finish right here. So add to the stream. So look at this. Because driver started before, he had few loads last week. So now he only has 17 hours, right? So that's why, for me, instead of just taking short load to Chicago, then do restart and load him on Monday, it's better for me to get the strong load now, going to Kentucky. He's going to go through Chicago. He's going to do restart because that's enough time to do restart, right? And he's going to deliver on Monday morning, right? So for you to understand when he has to leave, you need to put where he's parking that truck, right? So let's dispatch.
Hi, my name is Ashley and I'm calling with Trinity Logistics. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. How can I help?
I am calling because it looks like you guys have a van available today in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Is that correct?
Yes, we do.
Awesome. I do have a pickup going on today in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
It's a same-day pickup and delivery. Picking up St. Paul, Minnesota, 7 o'clock to 1600. Delivering to Fargo, North Dakota, 7 o'clock to 1600. Whenever you guys get there, they'll unload you. 246 loaded miles, 44,000 pounds, and the commodity is landscaping material.
Uh-huh.
And
And
we're looking at $950 on that rate right now.
wow, $950 to go into North Dakota in the winter and delivering straight through. It's not that many loads gonna be there tomorrow. Unfortunately, we cannot do this.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your
Uh-huh.
feedback. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. So guys, why did I tell her no? First of all, this is nonsense. We're not gonna give the truck for $950 for the whole day. Secondary, again, it's a winter and he needs to do restart. So if I would take this load, I would already waste 5-6 hours from his cycle. He's gonna end up tomorrow on Saturday with only 10 hours. Can he make it home and deliver somewhere? No, it is nonsense. So that's what's going on. So again, let's calculate now all our money, right? Remember, so what is gross for dry van going on Midwest, not going to West Coast, not dealing with the winter, not going to East Coast, paying those tolls. So let's see, legal run, pay attention, legal run, no faking logbooks, no doing all that shitty business, right? This is a difference. So let's see. So we got 3,400 Iowa going to Dallas plus 1734 because it was booked on the app. Sometimes you're gonna have 1734 and 26 cents when you book in on the app. They wanted to pay 1,200. I offer 2,000, back 1,400, 1,900. We end up with 1734 on the GBHAN app. Deliver next day, Lee Summit, Missouri. Picked up in the same city across the street. So it's easier for your transit, it's easier for your hours. And we went to Tennessee plus 1850, right? 1850. We got 1850. We deliver in Lower Tennessee. We picked up in Russellville on Wednesday, going to Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, plus 2,700. Plus, we just booked what? Menominee, Wisconsin, going to Kentucky, going through his home so he can do restart, plus 2,550. So here you go, guys. 12,234 from Saturday till Monday. So we talking about what? 9 days, and look at our miles. Divide by 35.85. So we had 241 per mile, right? But all miles, not just loaded miles, because if I am going to eliminate some of the deadheads, then of course my rate per mile is going to be higher. So let's look what is trad lines right now. So we are 341 with 1,200, 200 gross for 9 days without tolls, without dealing with the winter. So look at this. We are 30 cents more. Remember, 313. This is I'm not showing you. See, I thought that you guys seen, so I'm looking at the screen. Sorry about that. So this is the trad lines. So dry vans prices went down right now, right? I mean, compared to December, they are higher, right? But still, compared to the beginning of January, they are lower because in the beginning of January, we were talking about 340, 350. So 313, this is for only loaded miles. If you really add your empty miles, realistically, we're talking about $3. So in our case, we have 341. So let's say we actually dispatching, even if you really go by this, 30 cents better than average dispatcher. So let's look how many miles we had again, right here. So in 9 days, this is our miles, right? So let's take 35, 85, all the miles, right? Okay, 35.85 multiplied by 0.30 cents. So your driver, because of your dispatching being higher than national average, is making $1,075 more in a week. When you really think about 1 year, right? 52 weeks. Let's say he's not working all 12 months. Let's say he's only working 10 months. 10 multiplied by 4 weeks, right? So we have 40 weeks. So let's multiply this by 40 weeks. So we are talking about 43,000 difference in his clean money. 43,000 43,000 extra, right? So we did this. What do we have to do? We need to make sure that we sign rate confirmation, right? And we're gonna pick up the load. And today, actually, the purpose of this was not me going live, but since I was live and I had to do what I have to do, it's Friday, right? I still have to take care of a few trucks. So let me see. I want to make sure that the rate confirmation came, right? Carrier load confirmation. Look at this. It comes. So I have to verify, right? I have to make sure that it's all correct. That's what I'm going to do really fast. My owner, it is his company. I don't really have to dispatch. He's already trained. He knows what he's doing. I only need to send it to him, right? I just want to verify that we have pickup appointment at 1. We are delivering on Monday from 8 till 2. First come, first serve, right? We have 40,000 on the weight. It's a general palletized freight. And we got 25.50. Okay, let's do one more trick. So we picking up in Menominee, Wisconsin, and we going to Kentucky, right? 423, 423, 428. 423, 428. Okay, so let's check something. If we did a good job, Menominee, Wisconsin, for today. Okay, so that's how many loads are there. 28 loads exactly from Menominee, Wisconsin, going towards Kentucky. Look, some of them have what, 3,400. So let's see why is it paying 3,400. So if you click on book, right? If you click on book and you're gonna look through details. So let's see. Did we do a bad job by taking what? You are not currently book loads online. Well, because we need to update insurance. We just changed insurance, so we need to update. But you can see that it's picking up in St. Paul, Minnesota, and it's delivering 5:30 a.m. right? In the morning on Monday. It's picking up by notice, so that they're gonna make appointment. 44,000. This is a heavy load. They need drive and 53. It's going to Logan Aluminum to Russellville, Kentucky. It's a little bit more miles than where we're going, but what's not gonna be happening here? Why I cannot book this load? Well, because it's delivering 5:30 a.m. right? Remember, guys, I still have to feed restart. So I do need a load on Monday to be first come, first serve. 8 to 2 or something, because I need to make sure he's going to get loaded today at 1 o'clock. He's going to get to Chicago tonight, and he's going to start his restart. Okay. So he is going to start tonight. Today's Friday. let's say 9 p.m. till 9 p.m. tomorrow, it's Saturday, it's going to be 24 hours. Then we need another 10 hours. So on Sunday, he can leave, right? But I know he doesn't want to leave on Sunday morning. He wants to leave on Sunday afternoon. So that's why I checked how much left from Chicago to Kentucky. So that's why I need first come, first serve appointment. Okay. So let's talk about what really was my reason to have the live today. And here is the reason. And you guys might be thinking that, oh my God, why is Alex telling all of this and goes online and recording all this? Because guys, I am tired and sick of people scamming this industry. So look at this. I took the name off because this person's still working for somebody. So I just left. The time. I got it a few days ago. And let's look through this. Hi, Alex. My name is Igor, and I am dispatching for almost 3 years now. I am working from Serbia, and I came across your channel on YouTube while I was searching for different channels about dispatching trucks. And I have watched almost all of your videos, and I think that you and your way of working is great. My goal is to start my own independent dispatch service because I have worked in 7 different companies. And all of these companies, I had to take minimum $500 off of each rate confirmation, or I wasn't allowed to book a load. Listen to this. I had to take $500 off from rate confirmation before I sent to my owner operator, right? Let's finish reading. I really hate doing this. This week I have made 15,750 gross for one of my owners, and my boss went berserk. I guess it's some meaning like crazy. He told me that this gross is terrible because I should have taken more money of that gross. So this guy dispatching from Serbia is doing a great job. But the owner of the company, probably whoever is in USA, and I can bet it's going to be Chicagoland company, right? Telling him, you not going to be working for me if you're not going to be cutting those rates, right? So, because I should have taken more money from that gross. I have seen that you are not doing that. And I think that it's really awesome. My question is the taking money off the driver's rate confirmation like a standard in most of the companies in USA? Or I have been working with the wrong people because whenever I apply for a new company, they tell me that cuts are mandatory. Whenever I apply for a new company, they are telling me that cuts are mandatory. By the way, I'm planning to take your courses in dispatch and safety and compliance and soon as I get enough money. So guys, mandatory in USA to steal money from the owners? Really? I know that we have mandatory hours of service. We have mandatory clearinghouse. We have mandatory compliance rules. We have a lot of regulations, right? We have mandatory for the company. You have to register your company. You have to make sure you pay taxes. That's mandatory. Stealing money from owner operators as a dispatcher is mandatory? No. This is a simply stealing, right? And why do they do that? Well, when especially market is so easy, right? I'm just gonna do not disturb for now. It's so easy. So you know what? I can tell you how it's really done fast, right? So look at this. I just opened few rate confirmations, right? How do they do it? So the dispatcher books the loads, right? He books the loads. Before he calls the owner operators, he needs to make sure she cuts off. In this case, they want $500 per each load. So when we were looking right now an owner operator, what do he has? He had Texas, Iowa, then he went to Tennessee, 5. We're talking about 5 loads a week or 10 days, right? 5 loads. If he would be my driver working under my authority, and I will make sure that my dispatcher or me cutting $500 from each load. Look at this. Besides that, I'm charging him for working under my authority. 500 by 5 loads. It's $2,500 a week. It's $10,000 a month. Then you have 5 trucks. Even if it's $2,000 per truck, $2,000 per truck a month, and you have 10 trucks, we're talking about $20,000 per month of stealing. That's why I could never understand how some company can grow and they buy equipment when the markets were high, because they steal from the rate confirmations, right? And what happens? Sometimes owner by mistake find out because dispatcher got sloppy, did not change the rate confirmation, or maybe like this guy finally comes out and being honest, and probably he's gonna leave the company, because when you dispatcher, you become a friend. For me personally, I tell you, when I started a long time ago, and as many of you know, I had different businesses, but I came to trucking with no experience of trucking industry. When I started dispatching, I had to start like everybody else, and nobody was teaching. So I went to small company for a few weeks for 2-3 trucks. I've seen how it's done. I am a really fast learner. Of course, nobody was explaining to me about equipment. Why are we charging? Everybody was asking if they put 3,000, ask for 4,000. Why? They did not care. So I made my mistakes, booking their own commodities, not paying attention to the weight, sending drivers in their own area. And then I came to work to the bigger company, right? Chicagoland. I don't care, because that's what happened. I'm not making it up. It's actually the reason why I started trucking. IMG Trucking, huge company. Back then, they had like 90 trucks, still in a business. Came to the office, they hired me because I do speak few languages. I do have negotiation skills, and they had a lot of European drivers or people from Soviet Union who are speaking Russian or Ukrainian, right? So I was a good asset for them. So that's why they hire me. After a week of 2 being there, well, I was called by big boss to the office. And here's this guy who sits there, and I can tell you this, you never want to be mistreated. Just because they have 80 trucks, 100 trucks, doesn't have them rights not to say hi to you or treat you like you are nothing. So I'm coming there, no hi, no bye. And here I start listening to all the F wording. Well, you booked this load for this owner operator for 6,300. Do you know that it was a lucky load? And you cannot tell him that you book it for 6,300. Like, what do you mean? First of all, it was a hazmat load. It was a reefer. And back then, we're talking about 2000, oh my God, 13, 14. It was going from North Carolina to California. And everybody wanted to go to California because California market was paying 13, 14,000. But to go to California, they were not paying. The maximum they were paying from North Carolina, it's 4,142. Well, I got 62 because of my negotiation skills, because he was a hazmat carrier. It was a reefer. He was right there. He had a good equipment. He was a good driver. So because of my negotiation skills, I got to that rate. I called the owner and I said, here you go pick up. Here's the rate. And 5 minutes later, I was called to the office and they told me, well, you have to call the owner and tell him that this load, that it was mistake. Instead of 6,200, you're gonna tell him that you booked it for 4,200. You have to make sure that he trusts you. And I'm like, what do you mean 4,200? I booked it for 62. Well, they wanted to cut 2,000 off of his rate confirmation. And I said, I'm not gonna do it. Well, you know what happened? They start swearing at me and saying, well, or you're going to do it or you can pick up your stuff and leave. I did pick up my stuff and I left. And 2 weeks later, I was running my own company. And most of the drivers from that company came to me. That's how I got in the business. So I know what's going on. And when the owners were coming to me, here that was a discussion. Everybody was charging 10% for dispatching under your own MC. I calculated the cost because I pay fair to my dispatchers. I pay good for my safety. I knew that I'm going to be running an honest business. I told them, guys, if you come to me for me to be profitable as well, for you to have a good loads and have a backup 24/7, I'm sorry, but we have to charge extra 2%. But the thing is, we're not going to be stealing even $1 from your rate confirmation. So did they have a problem with that? No, because you know what? Sometimes you sit there and you pay 10% and they steal more from you. And do you want me to show how easy it's done right now on Adobe DC? I'll show you right now. Let's say I book the load, right? I book the load. Look at this, $2,900. I work for the company like that guy, poor Serbian guy who is trying to be honest in the business, right? So they telling him that what he has to do, he has to cut $500 from each load. Look at this, how easy it is. 2,400, right? Close. So now I just cut $500 from this guy. For accounting, company's gonna keep original rate confirmation, right? But their back account is gonna make sure they know that it was cut. Dispatcher has to make sure that he does not spill the truth. And usually, how do they do it? They tell to dispatchers, and that's why sometimes company dispatchers who tell, oh, I'm making 3,000 a week, 3,500 a week. If you are company dispatchers, it's nonsense. Nobody's gonna pay you more than 1,500 unless what? Unless you getting percentage from that cut. And that's what's happening. They give them salary $800, but from every cut you get 30 or 20%. So let's see. $500 multiplied by 25%, you getting $125 extra from each load. Company is keeping extra what? For $375 on each truck. Let's even talk about company with 5 trucks and you a dispatcher. So you're getting your base salary $800. And every day you are stealing and getting your percentage from the money you stole. In Serbia, don't worry about it. If you work outside of the country, they're not even going to pay you because they're going to say, be lucky that you have a job. They're just going to keep it to themselves and they're going to scream at you and tell you that you're not going to work anymore. But if you work here in USA, they will give you percentage, right? So let's do simple calculation. 125, you dispatch 5 trucks, multiplies by 5, $625 a day extra. Let's say you're not even doing it load every day. 4 days. Let's say four loads for each guy a week. So here you go. 625 multiplied by 4. This is your $2,500, your salary from stealing money. Then you add an extra 1,000. So here you go. You are 3,500 a week. I've been a company dispatcher I had dispatchers working for me. I have dispatch service with dispatchers also working for me in my dispatch service. Believe me, they do not make 3,500 a week because it's impossible unless you steal money. The only way you can make that money if you are independent dispatcher working for smaller carriers and you charge separately 8-7% and you dispatch 5-6-7 trucks. Yes, you can make that money, but being a company dispatcher, this is impossible. So let's see one more time. Right now, look at this. Look at this. Another. So this rate is 1750. Well, this time maybe we're not gonna be stealing that much. Let's just steal $200, right? So what are we gonna do? We're gonna switch to 1550. And sometimes they get sloppy because rate confirmation can be repeating. See, if I get sloppy and I did not change this number, owner operator can catch it. That's why we have people who finally fighting. And sometimes they're gonna go to the office, right? They're gonna go to the office and they're gonna start screaming at accountant, and a poor accountant sits there because they know that they are stealing and they have to make up the story. Oh, it was a wrong rate confirmation. Or sometimes you guys call the broker. So that's what's going on in this industry, right? Oh, can I say more? Well, I cannot say more. I can just tell you guys, learn how to dispatch, do the good job, make sure that your owners are making good money, and it's no need of stealing. If 10% is not enough, then charge 12, 14 from owner operators, but stop stealing. Another text message that I received yesterday from my previous, and I'm not gonna put the name, unfortunately, another Serbian guy. I don't know what's going on. I'm personally Ukrainian. I know that we have a lot of Eastern European companies running from Chicagoland with doing all this stuff, faking logbooks, stealing money, not paying security deposit, all of this going on. So this guy finished my class, used to be the owner operator, went to dispatching side, went to the big company. I believe they have 100 trucks right now, and texted me few times before. Same problem. Alex, they put me in charge of their accounting, right? Put me in charge of their accounting. They are stealing money. Angry drivers come to the office and they scream at me, and the owner wants me to lie. So I do believe yesterday I received, and you know what? I'm just gonna cover the name, right? So you see that it's a real text messages. So first, um, first here was a deal. How do they fake logbooks? Well, they put drivers which are not even working for the company, or they duplicate. So a few weeks ago, he texted me and he says, "Well, Alex, you know what? They have dead souls, right? This is list of fiction of former drivers whose names they are using for co-drivers on logbook, but there is only one driver in reality. So this way drivers make more money. They even included my name without asking my permission. Thank you for the listening. Help me." That was one of his messages. Well, Alex, we had few people coming to the from the government agency. They spoke with the president and fleet manager asking for logbook copies. Management was scared. Very unpleasant. Not good. Please save me from here. Find me a different dispatch job. That was previous one, right? Another text message. I do not feel comfortable here. These companies, they are cheating too much. Every load gets stolen. Is there anyone from other authorities who can help these drivers? And finally, yesterday I received this. Hey, Alex, can you imagine? Tomorrow, some people from DOT and Department of Defense will come to our company. And if they're going to ask me, I will tell all the truth because this has to stop. This is nonsense. Wish me luck. Are you guys really listening to all of this? Hold on a second. Let's just tell them that we cover the truck. Dispatch, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. How can I help, sir?
Calling about that Brooklyn Park, Minnesota truck.
Yes, what do you have?
We're a little picking up over in Savage, Minnesota. It's ready now. They ship till 6. It's going to Lincoln, Nebraska on Monday at 8 a.m.
Savage, Minnesota, Lincoln, Nebraska. What is the commodity?
This one's just going to be plastic products, general goods, all palletized, wrapped clean, 39,212 pounds.
Okay, and what is your rate?
18.
1,800. Well, unfortunately, we have to do restart and we have to go through Chicago, or if we would do this, we would need to deliver tomorrow. So, yeah, it's not going to work. Thank you. So again, remember, you stick to your plan, right? We know that we need to do restart and we need to go through Chicago, or if we don't do restart, because we have 16 more hours on our clock, we have to deliver tomorrow, deliver on Saturday, right? So can we do this load? Yeah, sounds good. 1,800. We did not even negotiate, but we know that we have to go and deliver on Monday. So when you have a plan, you understand when to say yes or no. I would say no right away, but since we go live, I just show you why I'm going to say no, why I'm not even going to negotiate this, right? But let's go back to that stealing mandatory money, right? So remember, when you're going to become dispatcher, independent dispatcher, you're going to be dispatching for the carriers, you have to make sure, first of all, the first priority, that they are safe on the road. Right now, the winter going on, right? That's why we did not go to North Dakota. That's why we're not going to Billings. Although they're promising you that they are weather people, it's no snowstorms coming. You're not going to take that risk. You're going to make sure your driver stays safe. Secondary, you're going to make sure that you're making profit. If you're going to be running independent dispatch service, please don't misrepresent yourself. You're not a broker. You do not have lanes. You do not have dedicated loads. You have relationships with the brokers. That's why we have that discussion. Is dispatching is legal or illegal? Well, if you present yourself that you're the one who have loads, it is illegal representation because you don't have MC. You're not a broker. If you decide to become broker, go ahead. Get MC for brokerage, put BOC3 form, get the surety bond, and then you can be a broker. But if you are in between carrier and brokers, you have relationships with carriers, with brokers. What are you going to be offering? You're going to be offering service of finding loads, connecting loads. You can help them with the safety compliance, right? So you can say, well, I have relationship with brokers, but you cannot say, I have dedicated lanes. See the difference? Okay. So you're not going to misrepresent. You're not going to promise nonsense. Oh, come to me and you're going to have 15,000 a week. 15,000 a week on what conditions? Illegal run or team drives? Or what is this? How can you promise somebody any amount of money if you don't know how he's run, what his equipment, right? What his equipment and what he's doing? You cannot promise that. Before you answer that question, you need to ask him about the equipment, how often he wants to be home, how strong of the driver he is, if he's a night driver or during the day driver, right? Because it's a make difference. Some drivers are so used to driving to the night that you will need to pay attention to pick up deliveries so he can drive through the night. His hours of service, so you need to know hours of service, right? Only after that, and seeing what he did before, previous loads, routes, you can say that you can improve his dispatch. And you have to ask, is he open? Is he open for the new plans? Because people get stuck to the same routine. For example, Oklahoma to Dallas, Dallas to Oklahoma, but maybe market is better from Dallas to go to Arkansas. It's just a little switch. You have to go with the market. So that's why when they asking you how much rate per mile, well, this is a market. You're not a god. You cannot promise them $5 per mile. You want $5 per mile, then the loads have to be shorter, right? Regional run. But if you want to go cross country, who can promise $5 per mile? Only people who are lying or have no clue. So good driver, he always gonna understand when he's dealing with somebody who is talking nonsense. Secondary, if you guys gonna be working for some companies like this, is it mandatory to steal money? No, it's not. Look inside of yourself, look at your eyes in the mirror and say, what if you would be that driver and you would know that somebody is stealing from you every day? How would make that feel? How does it make you feel? So if you are the person who is gonna make extra money not because you dispatch better, not because you're honest, but go ahead and do that. You have to sleep at night, not me, not other people. It's all on you. But the official answer is it mandatory in USA market to steal money from owner operators is no, no, and no. Professional dispatchers, good companies, we do not steal money. We make good choices. We know how to negotiate and we keep our people because we are honest. And it's up to you how you're going to run your business. But this nonsense has to stop. I really gonna ask some people to come up on my show. If you guys watching me, if you guys want to start coming up and telling the truth, and you know what? I am not scared of calling the names. I'm not scared of calling the companies, even with teaching the dispatch. We start in class tomorrow. It's already sold out. This is one of the biggest class, 78 students. From 78, 42 come to me as a second and third class. They already went somewhere twice, some of them actually 3 times, wasting their money on training, and they still have no clue how to ask questions, how to calculate rate per mile. So we need to change this together. I cannot do it by myself. That's why every like, every comment, every share matters. And I'm asking drivers to come on my show and we will go live and you can tell real example of companies mistreating you, of companies stealing money from you. I want dispatcher who've been dealing with this come up and be honest. Nowadays, you should not be scared if that's the truth, because to run scams are so easy. But to tell the truth and change trucking for better, well, this is a mission. And this mission can go on with all of us. And hopefully one day, we will change trucking for better. And of course, it's me, Alex, your sassy dispatch girl, your person who is fighting against this nonsense. And hopefully with my help, with some knowledge, with my personal experience and my values, I can enhance your life and I can change trucking for better. We're gonna start tomorrow with dispatch class. Remember, we have 1 more week before safety and compliance starts. Do not miss it. Safety is compliance is the must, right? On January 30th, we start in safety and compliance. We still have some spaces. Lots of you called me this week for IFTA, but remember, we already did IFTA on Sunday because we are filing IFTA, right? So don't miss classes. Lots of people could not get into this class. Why? Because, well, we have lots and lots of students, because people recognize that, I have to be honest, So far, we one of the best trainings out there because it's not just about PDFs. It's about being live with you like I am right now, answering your questions, pushing you in my mentoring, showing you exactly what's going on, telling you the truth, how it's done, what not to do. That's why we are the best. So don't wait because March, people already signing up. I think we're at 40%. March 5th is the next class. So do not miss opportunity. I am not adding people the last minute because you need to prepare for my classes. You need to study at least for 3 weeks. The moment you register, you receive all the materials. So make sure you know all of this. And hopefully you will join my mission and you will help me to change trucking for better. Let's say hi, and I have to go with my day because it's Friday. I have few other trucks to dispatch. So let's see who is here. I'm glad to back. It's always a pleasure. I guess it's repeating. Okay. Telling the truth, the results. Telling the truth, the result not really good. I was set below average for this week. Well, again, we're talking about legal runs. We're talking about light loads. We're talking about Midwest. So it depends on your driver. 340 for all miles. Well, it's more than average. If you do a better job, that means that you're a great dispatcher. You have to always remember when did he started, what was the cycle, where is he going, and when he has to end. If you maintain all the things, that's his run. And honestly, me being only on Midwest without going to East Coast, without having loads, with sleeping, eating, and driving legally, I really think 12,000 for 9 days with illegal runs, it is a good dispatch. But of course, we have spot market and maybe your truck was in better position. So if you averaging more, that's a really good job. Dispatch. Okay. So again, I'm not the best dispatcher. It's better dispatchers. It's also equipment, what you can do for your driver, and if driver makes money. And we're going to do overview on this owner for the last 8 months and see what was average for 8 months run, brand new authority. Also, you cannot forget that we have people with new authorities and only one truck. So some loads cannot be taken for this carrier because a lot of companies are not going to give you loads if the company doesn't have 5 trucks. A lot of companies are not giving you loads, cross country because you have 1 truck. So when we talk about averaging, you need to put all those things together. Is this only brand new authority, 7 months, right? And 1 truck. Can you compare it for the big company who has a lot of trucks? No, that's why even rate per mile is gonna differ. So that's how you have to look at this. Who else we have? Peter Marr. This should be an interesting topic. Thank you for going live. Yes, thank you. We have Vadim. Who else we have? Hi, great Alex. Because you're professional building your name and company, fake rates, temporary success, and the way to nowhere. Yes, those fake rates are gonna get exposed. Drivers will cut you in a lice. They will leave you. And actually, it's just, I just don't think it's fair. You'd better charge more and you pay dispatchers. But you know what? We have the proof from that guy. 7 companies. They are telling him it's mandatory. He's outside of US. That's why he reached out to ask, is that really something I have to do as a dispatcher? Is that really something I have to do? Is that mandatory? No, it's not. People making you to steal money. So actually, this is illegal. You actually doing illegal practices, but it's up to you what you are doing. Okay. Good morning, price on your class for dispatching. Yes, it went up because we added extra day. So it's $100 more because we have extra day. So it's $8.99, 6 days, live classes with one practical day. Okay? You cannot lie to the universe. They lie, come back to you like a boomerang in a negative way. Respect for the boy from Serbia for sincerity. Yes, because I do believe in universe and positivity. If you guys do bad things, they're gonna come to you. So that's why he feels sick to his stomach. He doesn't feel right. That's why he reached out to me like a third party. I don't even know the guy. He never took my class. He had my email. He's watching my YouTube. Probably will watch this. I did not put his real name because he's still working. I don't want to put it in jeopardy. His employment. He's in different country. But hopefully he will understand that no, this is not the practice, it's happening. And hopefully he will find the company, and with his experience, maybe he can just start dispatching independent carriers and make a good money, and nobody's gonna tell him to steal. I am dispatcher Alex. Tell me the way I can get a job. Again, you need to have a knowledge. You have to at least finish the training, and you can start calling the companies all carriers, right? So that's how you get job. I really want to take your class, but I like check to check, and it's a bit much. But I love your content. Again, keep watching our videos, right? They are free. I put a lot of information. Start looking. And again, nowadays with a Google, with everything, you can Google a lot of information. Nothing can stop you from success. We have technology. We have a lot of free content on YouTube. Start watching, start learning. Hi, Alex. Your way of sharing of knowledge is the field is really good. I'm a dispatcher. We basically work with Amazon. Do you think Amazon rates higher than other? What's your opinion on that? Well, I don't really deal with Amazon. I don't know what you guys averaging, but I know that we have overcapacity because a lot of drivers cannot find trailers. So everybody went to Amazon. Why don't I deal with Amazon? Because I love negotiating. I love to push those rates. I like to get that feeling from what? From connecting the loads. This is accomplishment for me. Amazon is just clicking, clicking, clicking. And a lot of people who click Amazon, they still don't pay attention to hours of service, to where is it going, to toll cost, to weather. So I do believe Amazon rates went down. That's why a lot of people are trying to get out. Some people still make great money on Amazon because remember, they are based on what? On the percentage, how good carrier you are. If you don't have fallouts, but it's clicking. So that's not my niche. I love real people. I love to negotiate. I love to talk to my carriers, but it is a good revenue, I guess, if you know what you are doing. Again, you cannot be clicking. You need to know where is it going, where's the next load. What is easier? Well, you don't have to have your trailer, but you need to have extra two insurances, right? You need to have trailer inter-exchange and the extra general liability for 1 million to aggregated. So in this case, if you don't have trailer, go ahead. Some people just love Amazon because it's pre-booked. You just go drop, pick it up. Again, you need to know what you're doing. And your loads are going to be based on what? On a score for your company. So it takes some time to build up and be that preferred Amazon relay carrier. So again, what's going on with Amazon? A lot of people booking loads and reselling them. Double brokerage going on. So pay attention. If you take an Amazon load and it's not coming from Amazon Relay, that means that somebody booked on their MC. Now they're reselling to you. In case of something's gonna happen, that load is not covered. So just be aware of double brokerage. Okay. Thank you for great information. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you tomorrow in a class, and I'll see you next week. We're going to go over how to deal with nonsense with TQL when they don't want to pay truck or they're not used. Also with spot market when they pay $15 for 22-hour layover. So we're going to expose those brokers. And hopefully, guys, you post some comments, you like and share, and of course, subscribe. As you remember, we also have our safety training starting. Do not miss it. We're going to put all the links, right? Like, share, and comment. And you can support our channel and become a member for only $4 a month. You can be a member, and those money goes back to the community because we award free trainings. We will be awarding free trainings again before the March class. Thank you. Happy trucking. Happy Friday. It's almost weekend. Stay safe on the road, and I will see you soon.